Well, we know that Paula Deen is a racist now, don't we?
You want to get into that?
So
Do you want to get into that?
Perfect segue for it.
Well, Paula Deen, everybody knows what's going on with her. And what's been going on now, shockingly, me and G-Man aren't too far apart on this issue.
Shockingly.
I just am on the position that, Paula Deen can say, do whatever she wants, believe whatever she wants, that's fine. If she said some stuff 25 years ago, then the company that pays her millions and millions of dollars has the right to say, you know what, we're going to step away from that because we don't want to be a part of that. We don't want to have that attached to us.
Even though it was a quarter of a century ago.
It doesn't matter. I mean, if it was...
It should.
Why should it matter? So then, does 5 years ago matter? Does 6 years ago matter? What is your cutoff for mattering?
Well, I think everybody grows and becomes wiser. And like they said, not that I'm making any excuses for anybody. Like you said, Paula Deen can say what she wants, and Food Network can let her go if they want. But if she's said... If you tell racist jokes or you listen to some kind of... you laugh at a joke, you tell a racist joke, all of a sudden you're considered a racist. And I don't like that term. It's a cheap word that doesn't even have the same meaning that it did a long time ago because it's used so much, and it's absolutely ridiculous. And if she said something 25 years ago and it's going to come back to haunt her today, she was in a deposition. She was getting blackmailed for $12 million by a woman who got fired from their restaurants in Savannah, Georgia.
I thought she was getting
sued, blackmailed, same thing.
That's hardly the same thing.
Same thing. This woman got fired. She couldn't take the fact that she didn't do her job well, and now she's suing Paula Deen for racial and sexual undertone, whatever the case may be.
Oh, so now you're blaming her. It's the girl who's suing's fault?
Are you kidding? At any time in today's world, you could sue for anything. You can't just take it. Oh, I got fired. You move on to another job.
Okay, so let me tell you this.
Like I do.
Why would this moron, Paula Deen, and I'll call her a moron.
Go ahead. I don't watch your fucking show. I don't care.
Why would she sit there in a deposition and go, of course I use the N-word?
Did she just say, of course I did?
She said, of course.
She
said, of course.
Yeah.
They asked her a simple question. Have you ever used the N-word? Of course.
Of course.
Of course. Now,
would you lie at a deposition?
Now,
well,
if you
knew what was
ask
going to
Mr.
happen,
Happy that question,
guess.
ask Mr. Happy that question. He's been on Earth for 41 years. He would say, "Why would I ever use that word?"
I've never said the N-word in my life either. Ever. I never.
See how easy that was? Even if that was a false statement, she could have easily said that and saved all
let's
of this
just
hoopla.
say that she did say that, and somebody came out and said she's lying. She said it to me last week.
Prove it. Let's hear the audio. People can say whatever they want, but if you ain't got proof, your word's worth
I don't know.
crap.
The bottom line was Paula Deen was being honest. You're a Christian man. Jesus Christ, the truth might hurt you more later on, but she told the truth, yes, a long time ago. This is when I said it.
She did.
Her son said that they were grown up.
And she's going to have to face the consequences.
And I don't feel bad for her. She's got $17 million. She made like $17 million last year. Who knows what she's made the last 10 years before that? I'm sure she's very wealthy. It's not the issue is that America's too sensitive. If the Food Network had any balls, they would have just not said a word. And now she got fired from some food place.
I disagree. You're talking
balls.
I've got
at
that.
all.
I've got that right here. Actually, it's what group is that?
Smithfields. Yeah,
Smithfield.
Shit like that.
So here's the thing. If you've got, let's take it off Paula Deen for a second. Let's go to an athlete who has endorsement deals. Okay, and you find an athlete like, who knows, Michael Jordan, for example, and we find out, oh man, he was on heroin 5 years ago, and he was in a bad shape. I didn't know that about him. Or he used steroids. Let's say Michael Jordan used steroids.
We get forgiven for that shit today.
We didn't know about it. I want to separate myself from that as a brand. Hey, I'm going to do it, man. I'm not going to waste time.
But nobody does. No, like you just screamed me at during halftime on our show here or on commercial break. Hey, Michael Jordan. If he's a heroin addict 5 years ago, most companies wouldn't give a shit.
Maybe you're right.
Paula Deen said the N-word 25 years ago.
In this country, the state of the country that we're in, the way it's falling apart, most countries don't give a crap about that stuff because they have no moral values. You're right. If more companies have moral values, maybe more companies would care what their people are doing out there. Well, but they don't care. And my thing is this: if I owned a big company like that and I was in charge, I would have made the same decision. Why? Because listen, I've got a wide listener base. Now we know she's probably not a racist because there was a black couple that she actually helped get a show on the Food Network years ago, and they're very popular on the Food Network. So nobody's saying she's a freaking member of the KKK and Aryan Nation Brotherhood, this or that. They're saying, listen, She's had these feelings in the past. She's admitted to it. We're just going to separate ourselves. Listen, she's made $100 million. It's enough already.
What's funny in the news, she's disappointed America. Disappointed who? Most of the black community could care less. They never watched her show. Most people don't watch her show that much, and the people that do are fighting for her now. They're pissed off about it. Oh, the papers. Oh, society in America is disappointed in Paula Deen. No, they're not. The fucking media.
I actually agree with you on that. I have, well, you know, my wife's black, and I've got a lot of people that I'm connected to in the black community locally, and on Facebook I'm connected with a lot of people. Vast majority of them could care less about this stuff.
Yeah.
They could care less. They don't care if her show goes on or not because they don't watch her show in the first place. Most of them don't anyway.
But it's funny how this, when this comes up now, all of a sudden America is just, oh my God. And then Jesse Jackson comes out today. Hey, you got more problems with your own son that you need to deal with than you need to worry about Paula Deen using the N-word a quarter of a century ago.
This is Mr. Happy.
And I'm the G-Man.
We are broadcasting live from the WarZone every Tuesday night at 8 p.m. Pacific, G-Man. And guess what?
What is that?
We're in our brand new studio at VegasAllNetRadio.com. What do you think of it?
I think it's awesome. You mean we're at VegasAllNetRadio.com?
You got it, buddy.
Wow.
And I get to destroy you on a weekly basis.
I'm sick and tired of you telling me that you're going to
Headlines,
destroy me.
politics, and religion. It's all under fire in the WarZone.
Whatever.
Every Tuesday night at 8 p.m. Only on VegasAllNetRadio.com.
So